Just two. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have one more coming, so I would just leave it for optimism.
Hey, Tracy.
How you doing? How you doing, sir?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, how you doing? Enjoying your summer?
Yeah, when I'm not working.
How
was that?
Take some time off, right? Do a little something.
I did, yeah.
I'm doing good. Wonderful, wonderful. In a minute.
How y'all want to handle the real doctors for the jail policy? I think I know what you're talking about with that.
You got it put together and all that stuff.
Real doctors for the jail policy.
Haven't gotten there yet?
Yes.
Do you want, I can handle it. Do you want me to speak to that?
Yeah,
I'll speak to it.
Okay, then,
We just
all right.
need a motion.
Okay, then need a motion to the real doctor. Regional Jail Board meeting to order. Please call the roll.
Reverend Bailey is not here. Ms. Clymer?
Here.
Ms. Guzman is not here. Sheriff Hill?
Yes, here.
Chief King?
Here.
Mr. Kostelecki?
Here.
Ms. Lennox?
Here.
Lieutenant Colonel Missouri?
Here.
Ms. Swartz?
Here.
Ms. Thomas?
Here.
And Mr. Torres is not here. We have a quorum.
All right, thank you for coming. You know, it's a hot day outside, but everyone made it, and hopefully I won't keep you too long tonight, all right? Council, do you want to address readopt the jail board meeting remote participation policy, please, sir?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The Virginia Code Section 2.2-3708.3 allows, as this body has done in the past, when there's a quorum physically present, if a member cannot attend, for them to remote in and participate electronically. The state code was amended to require public bodies to readopt that policy annually. So you have had this policy in effect, and I assume it's the intention of the board to continue with that, should a member be absent and want to call in. But in order to continue to do that, then you would need to have a motion to readopt the remote participation policy. It's in your bylaws. I think you should do it. I would recommend it. And so we put it on the agenda just to take care of it this year. It's a formality. So the action, if it's the pleasure of the board, is to have a motion to readopt the remote participation policy of the jail board, Mr. Chair.
Thank you,
I'm
Council.
happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Could I have a motion?
Make a motion to readopt the remote policy.
Second.
Any questions? Let's call the roll, please.
Ms. Clymer?
Yes.
Sheriff Hill?
Yes.
Chief King?
Yes.
Mr. Kostelecki,
Yes.
Ms. Lennox,
Yes.
Lieutenant Colonel Missouri,
Yes.
Ms. Swartz,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any written comments for the jail board?
No comments were received.
Could I get a motion to approve the agenda for the July the 15th, 2026 meeting?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, thank you. Could I get a motion to approve the minutes of our regular meeting that we had on May 20th, 2026?
So moved. Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, thank you. Superintendent, report, please.
Yes, I'd like to do something real quick. I got some staff I'd like to bring in real quickly. We had an incident less than 30 days ago with the intake staff down in Brookings saved a life. I like to, highlight some of the opportunities to the board. You can see I can meet some staff that do an outstanding job. We had an individual come in for a drunken public. That was the PR, right? Something that's supposed to be simple, in and out within, 4 or 5 hours, and kind of go home. But this individual had a medical emergency. He was unresponsive, and this team of folks right there actually saved his life. They actually did 7 rounds of CPR on this individual. The video was really inspiring, and really they did an outstanding job, really not giving up on the individual to save his life. I got Dickerson. He's going to read off the commendation, but I just want to acknowledge them in front of this body.
Okay. Letter of commendation. It is my privilege to recognize and commend your decisive actions in saving the life of another individual on June 23rd, 2026. During a critical and potentially life-threatening emergency in our intake section, you responded with exceptional composure, sound judgment, and unwavering commitment to the well-being of another person. Your quick thinking and willingness to act under pressure played a vital role in preventing a tragic outcome. On behalf of the Prince William-Manassas Adult Detention Center, I extend our sincere appreciation and deepest gratitude for your remarkable actions. Your courage, dedication, and commitment to the safety and welfare of others exemplify the highest standards of our profession and reflect great credit upon yourself and this agency. Thank you for your outstanding service and for demonstrating the values and professionalism that define excellence in corrections.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
If we can turn to page 11. Operation capacity is still 871. The management capacity is 1320. The average daily complex population FY26 was 531. The complex population for the past 12 months still was 531. Transfer to the state system in May, it was 12. June, it was 13. Commitments, May was 648. June was 674. Releases, May was 664. June was 666. Process only but not committed, May was 72. June was 56. We go to the next page, page 12. The average daily population in May was 547, with the high count being 566 on May 3rd. Go to page 13. The average daily population in June was 543, and the high count for that particular month was 565 for both June 21st and June 22nd. If you go to page 15, this is the objectives. I actually modified the objectives. I know in the last jail board meeting, I asked if the board wanted to assign me some objectives. There was some stuff that I felt that was outdated. We had the lobby projects, which has been completed. We also had some initiative about hiring. So those initiatives actually is something that we no longer have to leave. So I added some new stuff. But for number one, staff and wellness is something that I mentioned to the board that I promised to do. So these are some of the things I like to update and kind of keep you informed over the next 12 months or more. But we had the Correctional Employee Week that we hosted with the ADC Employee Association. We had a basketball game between the ADC executive staff and C-Shift. A lot of participation, a lot of people showed up for that. We had some food and some items there so people can enjoy themselves. They brought some of their family members and kids and children to the event. We got some new equipment in the gym, 2 treadmills, a rowing machine, elliptical machine, and a Stairmaster machine. Some of this stuff was donated to us by Risk Management, so we appreciate them and their partnership. They've been a valuable person to assist with a lot of this stuff. With objective number 2, with PREA, we had 2 unfounded inmate harassment complaints and 2 unfounded staff harassment complaints. Objective number 3, we had 238 people complete firearm qualifications. We're going to continue to monitor the Judicial Center expansion project. As we get Captain Harmon's in charge of that project, she keeps me informed of what's going on. It's going to be a slow process, but I know they kind of move forward talking about the parking garage, but FCM continues to keep the ADC informed about activities on the complex that might affect the daily operations of the ADC. Objective number 5, since 10/19/21, we have gave out 892 boxes of Narcan. Currently, we have 81 inmates on a medicated assisted treatment. 6 is a new objective. This is something that I'm looking, my job is to make sure people stay in custody, they stay healthy, they don't harm others, and people don't harm them. So one of the things I talked about the last meeting was we created a new supportive care unit. These where people can go and be DDoCs. This is where people that have medical issues can go. And what's unique about it is that we have basically a nurse there almost 24/7 that can provide this care. And we're looking to buy the biometric braces. We're in the final stages of getting that. That will monitor their oxygen, the body temperature, the heart rate, just in case things go wrong. And they also can put it on, we also want to put it on some of the potential suicidal inmates to monitor them also. We currently have 56 inmates that were housed in this particular unit. We also are creating a mental health step-down unit. When inmates are mentally ill, they go to our mental health unit. They're supervised by the mental health team. And sometimes you go from mental health unit to general population, and sometimes not appropriate. So we're trying to find a supportive area for them to transition to be in a more general population types like unit. So this is going to be ongoing. We're developing multiple programs that's going to be designed for this mental health step-down unit. They're going to be creating some cognitive programs. They're going to be bringing in some different therapy groups and small groups and large groups. So we're looking forward for that because I think it's something that we have a lot of inmates that are on psych meds, and we can definitely engage to make sure that we can assist that population. Community engagement is one of the things that I definitely have been trying to tackle. I always mention that I want people to have different experiences because when they come to jail, it's always a negative experience that they are getting incarcerated or their family members are picking them up from jail or bonding them out is always negative about the work that we do. So I'm trying to have citizens have better interactions with our staff to know that we are professionals and that we do a good job here and we do take care of their loved ones when they're incarcerated. So I will be updating you throughout the year about some of the stuff, but this is over the last couple of months that we've done. We did the Healthy Kids Running Series program, the story times at Barnes & Noble, donation to Boxer Bases, and donations to Prince William County Animal Shelter. People love the dogs and the kids, so. We are, if you can go to page 17. 817. The ADP for the quarter, this is the quarterly report, was 545. If you go to page 18, this is going to talk about the complex. The central building average population was 368. The main building average population was 155. The workforce average population was 4. The workforce program remains temporarily closed as of June 25. If you go to page 19, transfers. March was 0, April was 12, May was 12, June was 13. And you go to page 20 and 21, we talk about the average number of commitments for FY26 was 621. Go to page 22, and of course the average daily population for FY26 was 535. Comments. The lieutenant colonel spot was advertised for 2 weeks. It closed last Friday. I have the applications on my desk to review. Hopefully I will be setting up interviews here in the next 2 weeks or less. We currently have officer vacancies. The only vacancy I have is the lieutenant colonel spot. So all the officers' vacancies are currently filled. We do have some people that's going to be resigning and retiring here in the next few weeks, but we have a waiting list right now of, I think, 11 to 12 people, so those spots should be filled pretty quickly. Want to show you the new website that we have. One of the things that we want to talk about is having a footprint on the website, branding, different things that we're doing. This is some of the stuff we've done. Can you go to the main one?
Which main one?
Scroll down. Just want to show you a couple of videos that start your career with corrections. That one. That's one.
Here inside Prince William ADC, it's been extremely rewarding. I love the attention to detail that keeps you fresh.
You learn communication skills, critical thinking skills, and it just makes you confident.
Our 12-week basic academy will give you the mental tools and the physical tools to successfully be a jail officer.
This is a family. I immediately folded into it like I had been there for a month.
I want you to come to an agency where you feel supported and your voice is heard. I want to make sure that you have the tools and resources to be successful in your career.
Prince William makes me feel safe and I feel comfortable, and I'm also doing what I love. It is something completely different of how I had it in my head. Working with the inmates, the progress, seeing them grow. This is my passion.
The amount of programs they have here is tremendous.
Everyone here is helpful and everybody's going to see you through.
There's so many different positions, opportunities, schedules. This career has afforded me everything.
We set you up for success here.
And then go to the leadership one, and that'd be the final one.
I have this opportunity to invest into staff, and I'm energized about it. I want people to enjoy coming to work.
Colonel West has been really adamant about doing things that make our day a little bit better. You can really feel the shift here.
He's in your corner. He's here to help you. He makes that known every single time he shows up.
We're there to support you, to give you the proper education and training, and to help you grow in this profession.
So there's multiple small videos like this throughout the website that focuses on our sworn staff, our civilian positions. So anybody that's looking for work, that's looking to work in the jail, from nurses to our therapists to maintenance, different things like that, is a very positive website. So we finally have a footprint, and I compared. I told the company that I wanted to be I know our competition, the sheriff departments in Northern Virginia, I wanted to be better than every sheriff department in Northern Virginia. So I think they really did a quality job with that. We do have other small videos with staff and pictures that we blast on social media and different web platforms and stuff like that. So we're really active with that, and we're proud of it. And I believe that's all I have. So.
All right. Any questions for the superintendent? Susan Z.
She's on there.
Budget update.
Right, everyone, the summary is on page 35, and that's where I will begin. So these are preliminary end-of-year budget results. So for revenue, we're projected to fall short of our budget target by 1.3%. It's primarily driven by the comp board payments versus what we had budgeted. The City of Manassas year-to-date utilization rate is 9.7, same as it was last month. They reimburse us, however, at 11.2% utilization rate. At this time, we expect the refund will be just over $700,000. And I'll talk more about that when we get to that, the Manassas true-up. Preliminary end-of-year expenditure budget status, also starting on page 35. The table's on page 40. As of June 30th, we had expended 95.6% of our budget, realizing a savings of about $3.1 million. The largest driver here was a large project that came in under budget. The City of Manassas projection, page 41. As I mentioned, our utilization rate remained at 9.7 this month, and I hope to complete the final true-up. While they tell me it's not urgent, I would like to get it done within the next couple of months. Federal government billing, page 36. The updated tables there reflect the May and June billing. Just to note, compared to last year, there's a significant drop-off in the number of days we billed the federal government. It looks like they're getting them in and out quicker. We did have a Prince William County Board of County Supervisor update for you. June 23rd, we got a resolution approved to accept $352,000 from the Compensation Board of Virginia to pay a one-time 2% bonus to the non-sworn employees. Commissary updates, page 37. We executed nearly 59% of our commissary budget, and the only major purchase we made was the Snow Raider for $19.4 thousand, which we purchased in June and we had discussed about in our previous board meeting. The reconciled commissary cash balances and inmate trust accounts, page 38. Commissary cash balance pretty stable, just under $2 million, and inmate trust is sitting at $112,000. And that's pretty much it, the summary for budget. Do I have any questions?
Thank you. Any questions concerning the budget?
Just one question. It seems like during the time, at least that I've been on the board, there's usually what I would consider to be a significant true-up with the city. Has there been any consideration given to adjusting the utilization rate, or how does that?
So, from what I've been told, because that's a very good question. There was a time when the City of Manassas owed money at the end of the year, and they don't ever want to be put in that position again. So they purposely give us more than what they expect. Now, compared to last year, I looked at last year's report this time, and our true-up was about 1.1 million. So it is better than it was, but we can definitely talk to them about being somewhere in the middle, so that we're not sending them back a significant amount of money each year.
Although it sounds like maybe that's what they prefer, so. Okay, thanks for that explanation.
I can answer that a little bit. We are gonna continue projecting at a higher rate in case those numbers change. We always wanna be on the positive side of this. I remember the days when we had to go back and ask for additional funds to do a true-up, and that never goes well. So the budgeting section just had a discussion with them today. We're going to continue projecting at a higher rate so that we can over-project the revenues there.
Makes sense. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you. Next item on the agenda is closed session. Mr. Walker, would you want to?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, to follow up on request that the chair had last meeting about a legislative update, just a summary of what bills went into effect in July and what the legislation from the General Assembly that came out of Richmond were, just briefly before we go into closed session. Big issue on the legislative agenda in Richmond was collective bargaining, but that was vetoed, so that's not on the table right now. May come back in January of next year, but for right now, that was the big one that politically, was vetoed. There was a bill that was passed that requires FMLA paid leave for employees, but that does not go into effect until 2028, so there's no practical impact to the jail as of this July. All the bills by default go into effect July 1st, for those who don't know. So the biggest bills that sort of affected the jail, the first one affects jails, but not this jail because it was a prohibition on agreements with ICE unless certain conditions were met. It doesn't have a practical impact on this jail because we don't have any agreements with ICE or detaining immigration. So that's really a nothing burger for this jail. There was a bill that requires quarterly reporting about pregnant inmates and to the state, and it's not an issue for the jail. They're working on that, and we don't put pregnant inmates in restraint. So really not an issue for this jail, although we do have this reporting requirement that we have to follow going forward. There is a bill that really applies to criminals in dealing with sealed records. There's a new legislation that the courts will automatically order certain records, criminal records, to be sealed, and some records without a court order will become automatically sealed going forward. So what that means is that the jail's going to have to coordinate with the state police. We're supposed to have a portal that you can go on and determine whether records are sealed in case we get any requests from the public for a particular individual inmate's records. We'll have to coordinate that. So it's really a FOIA, not a direct impact sort of on the jail, but something that applies to us that we'll have to follow. Another bill not having to do with jails, but local governments generally, was a bill about the Freedom of Information Act, which now requires agendas for public bodies to be published on the website when the agendas are sent out to members of the body, and that you cannot take final action on an item that's not on the agenda unless it's time sensitive, if it's added to the agenda after the meeting starts. So going forward, if we have an action item, the practice will be to post it on the agenda unless it's time sensitive, and then we can take action on it. It doesn't apply to items that are not final actions, though. And then the state budget included a comp board payment of 3.5%, which was a little bit of a increase compared to what we had originally thought for comp board funded employees, which is, I've talked to the superintendent, and that's absorbed in what the jail's already given the staff. So those are the big ones. Happy to answer any questions, or if anybody has questions on a specific bill or legislation, you can reach out to me directly, email me or call me. But I'm happy to answer any now too, just on what I've said.
Any questions for?
No, but I'll add, I found a nice little tidbit in the bill. Under item 386, financial assistance for confinement of inmates in local and regional jails, my predecessor had put in to be reimbursed for renovation. So that was approved, and we are called out. We're getting $275,400 from the state of Virginia to help reimburse some of the renovation costs we've had to have. So that was good.
They actually denied it, us and several other jails, and I had to put a special thing into a delegate, and the county got involved and sent something to the senator. It was a special form for them to reconsider it, and they approved it. So
good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. And if we're ready for closed session, then
yes.
I have a motion for the board to consider.
Mr. Head, would you please introduce the motion?
Yes, sir. I would ask the board to consider a motion to convene in closed session pursuant to Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A7 for consultation with legal counsel regarding litigation involving Adams versus the regional jail, where discussion in an open session would adversely affect the negotiating position or litigation posture of the jail.
Could I get a second for the motion?
Second.
Somebody needs to make the
I'll-
first.
I'll move to go into session.
Right.
Second.
I'll second.
Ms. Clymer?
Yes.
Ms. Guzman?
Yes.
Sheriff Hill?
Everyone can return after we have the closed session. All right? They can return after the meeting. Yes.
Sheriff Hill?
Thank you.
Chief King?
Yes.
Mr.
Live on YouTube. Mr. Hudson, could you please provide the motion to certify the closed meeting?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair. We would need a motion to return to open session and certify by roll call vote that only the matter identified in the motion to convene in closed session and lawfully permitted to be discussed under the Virginia Freedom of Information Act was heard, discussed, or considered.
So second.
Thank you, Ms. Jensen.
Call
Would
the
you
roll,
please
please.
call the roll?
Yes. Ms. Clymer?
Yes.
Ms. Guzman?
Yes.
Sheriff Hill?
Yes.
Chief Keen?
Yes.
Mr. Kostelecki?
Yes.
Ms. Lennox?
Yes.
Lieutenant Colonel Missouri?
Yes.
Ms. Swartz?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. Next on the agenda is jail board members' comments. I'll start at the end and we'll come this way. Ms. Griffin, you first.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just kudos again to Colonel West. I think that having a webpage that professional highlighting the opportunity that people could have becoming a jail officer or working in a jail, it's great. Congratulations. You make me feel like I want to work here.
Yeah.
I got I have maintenance, I have a nurse.
But really, it's really great job.
I would say that the video was awesome. It was really, I'm in agreement with you. I think it looks really good. And also to your officers, I commend them for, what they did recently. Was it last week or over the weekend? You
It's
said?
the 23rd
of June.
of June.
Yeah, that must have been. I was moved, so kudos to them.
Likewise, a very, very impressive group of officers, and the video is fantastic. And I'm interested to learn more about the supportive care unit and the mental health step-down unit and how, how those initiatives move forward. And, it's important to care for people because they're coming back out into our community to be our neighbors. So commend you for those efforts as well.
And something that wasn't part of our discussions today, but as Colonel West was just raising with me, the Public Defender's Office, it's a constant battle for us to be able to have access to our clients during time frames that the jail is available because of lockdowns and feeds and all of that. And I just really appreciate how responsive you've been as we've asked for you to help us solve problems with access. And it's mostly like we got to interview people every single day here that we get appointed to. And there's only so much space in the jail to do it. And it's not always an easy solution to see 8-9 people a day in an hour-and-a-half window in the space that the jail has available to do it. But Colonel West and his staff are going to pretty great lengths to try to get us access when we need to be able to do that. And we appreciate you.
I wanted to say thank you to the jail, specifically Captain Kepler. We have 16 interns in the CA's office, and as part of that, we send them on a tour of the jail to see what you folks do and how you do it. And Captain Kepler, as always, is very easy to reach, easy to schedule, and I'm always hear nothing but compliments when they come back. So thank you.
Keep doing the good work everybody's doing. Keep moving forward.
One of the objectives that you mentioned was morale with your employees and the staff here, and it's clear that that has changed tremendously since you've taken the helm. It's a great working relationship with ADC and PD, to include not just you, but your command staff as well. It's a really good working relationship. And I know there was a recent golf tournament that I believe Chief Newsham attended. I guess he didn't do well because he didn't tell me about it. But great job, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Kudos to you and your staff. the level of professionalism here at the ADC is top notch. You know, we have employees that actually work in the jail. We have an office that you all graciously provide us to do our job, and they say nothing but good things about the interactions they have with your staff. So thank you for that. Thank you for all of your great accomplishments that you've made in the last year and a half, I think. So good job.
So, I too want to thank you for recognizing those individuals that provided the life-saving efforts for the individuals that are committed to your staff. That's very important. Sending a sense of good message to the staff about how much you care about the work that they're doing. So great job. All right. Thank you, sir. So could I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Have a great evening.
Have a great rest of your summer, everybody.
Yeah,
you
you
too. Beautiful.
I know.
It's already
almost
July.
And it's 50 months away. Is it Friday?
I can just email
Wait
you.
a minute, slow down.
Yeah, just email it to me, yeah, that's right.
I should have thought of that. I didn't even bother to look at the service. I just assumed they
Thank
did.
you.
Thank you for doing it, I should have mentioned that, I'll remind everybody tomorrow that they should, I mean, I've told, I mean, Yesenia DMVRM has said that